Look, we need to have a serious talk. You're standing in front of the mirror, grabbing that roll around your middle, and you're thinking, I haven't changed a single thing. I'm eating the same stuff, I'm moving the same amount. Why is this tire inflating around my waist? It's not just weight, it is hormonally driven inflammatory tissue that acts like an alien organ. It literally has a life of its own. In this channel, I'm not giving fluffy advice. We are counting down the 7 specific non-negotiable habits to shrink that menopause belly, all the way down to the #1 protocol that resets your entire system. That's why you need to complete this path. See this woman? This is Grace. Stay with me until the end. I'll reveal her transformation and you'll have the complete roadmap to break the cycle like she did. Let's get into it. Habit number 7, the cortisol antidote, strategic gratitude. I know, you hear the word gratitude and you want to click away because you think I'm about to go all woo-woo spiritual on you. You're thinking, Claudia, I have bills to pay and hot flashes to manage. Saying thank you isn't gonna burn fat. You're probably rolling your eyes right now. But stop it. Seriously, listen to me. Here's the simple science. In menopause, your ovaries stop producing progesterone, which is your natural calming hormone. That means your adrenal glands have to pick up the slack. When you're stressed or even just annoyed, your body pumps out cortisol. According to research published in Psychosomatic Medicine, high cortisol levels specifically target visceral fat storage. Why? Because visceral fat has 4 times more cortisol receptors than subcutaneous fat. Your belly is literally a magnet for stress hormones. When you're in a state of chronic low-grade stress, your body refuses to burn fat because it thinks you're in a famine or a war. Gratitude practice has been clinically shown to lower cortisol by up to 23%, essentially signaling to your body that the war is finally over. Simple truth. If you're stressed, you're storing. If you're grateful, you're burning. Think of your body like a frantic accountant. If the accountant is panicking, he locks the vault. That's your fat cells. If the accountant is calm, he opens the vault. Gratitude is the key to that vault. So, how do we do this without feeling cheesy? You're going to treat this like a medical prescription, not a diary entry. Number 1, morning anchoring. Before your feet even touch the floor in the morning, find 3 specific things you're grateful for. Not just my house, but the way the sun is hitting that specific leaf outside. Specificity drives emotion. Number 2, the physiological sigh. Combine the thought with a deep breath. 2 inhales through the nose, 1 long exhale through the mouth. This physically resets your autonomic nervous system. Number 3, the evening scan. Before you sleep, scan for just 1 win from the day. This lowers cortisol right before the time your body does its deepest repair work. Common mistakes: 1, being generic, writing down family every day does nothing. The brain ignores repetition. It has to be novel. 2, doing it when you're happy. Look, it's easy to be grateful when things are good. The fat-burning magic happens when you find gratitude when things suck. 3, skipping the feeling. Intellectual gratitude doesn't work. You have to actually feel the emotion in your chest for the chemical signal to be sent. Right now, pause the video, look around the room, and find 1 small object you enjoy. Say out loud why you like it. Done. You just lowered your cortisol. Habit number 6, the identity shift. Stop being a dieter. You're probably gearing up to diet again, right? You're telling yourself, I'm going to try to be healthy this month, or I'm attempting to lose weight. Look, as long as you identify as a person trying to lose weight, you will always be a person who has weight to lose. Here's how it works in the brain. This is about the reticular activating system and cognitive dissonance. Studies in behavioral psychology show that humans will act in accordance with who they believe they are. If your identity is, I have a slow metabolism, or I am a struggling middle-aged woman, your subconscious mind will sabotage your efforts, just to align with that belief. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology highlighted that identity-based habits last way longer than outcome-based habits. When you shift from "I want to lose 10 pounds" to "I am an athlete," your brain actually changes the neurochemical reward loops associated with food and movement. What this means is you can't just borrow the habits of a healthy person, you have to become that person. You don't run to get thin, you run because you are a runner. The difference seems subtle, but it is the difference between yo-yoing and permanent change. Actionable steps to shift your identity. 1. Audit your language. Stop saying, "I can't eat that." Start saying, "I don't eat that." Can't implies deprivation. Don't implies a choice made by an empowered person. 2. The avatar exercise. Write down the characteristics of the version of you who is already fit. How does she sleep? How does she grocery shop? When faced with a decision, ask, what would she do? 3. Dress the part. Stop wearing the baggy clothes of "I give up." Wear the clothes that the healthy version of you would wear, even if they're a size larger than you want right now. Respect the body you have to get the body you want. Common mistakes I see all the time. 1. Waiting for evidence. You think, "I'll call myself an athlete when I lose the weight." No, you call yourself an athlete so you can lose the weight. 2. Negative bonding. Stop complaining about menopause with your friends. Commiserating just reinforces the identity of the victim. 3. Allowing just this once. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you cast a vote for the identity of someone who is unreliable. Go to your bathroom mirror. Look yourself in the eye and say, "I am a woman who prioritizes her vitality." Say it until you stop giggling and start believing it. Do you remember Grace? Stay with me. I will show you her transformation and I will give you gut reset protocol. Habit number 5, movement re-engineering. Walking versus long cardio. Listen to me. Stop killing yourself on the treadmill. You're probably sweating buckets in a spin class or doing hours of cardio thinking that's the only way to burn off the belly. If you're over 45 and doing this every day, you might actually be making your belly bigger. Here's the simple science. Intense cardio spikes cortisol. When you were 25, you had enough estrogen and progesterone to buffer that stress response. Now, you don't. When you do chronic cardio, your body perceives it as a threat. According to research in the Journal of Endocrinological Investigation, postmenopausal women who engaged in moderate intensity activity, like brisk walking, had better visceral fat reduction than those doing high-stress cardio. Why? Because the high-stress group triggered a cortisol response that blunted lipolysis. That's fat breakdown. You need to stay in zone 2, where you can hold a conversation, but it requires effort. In plain English, running yourself into the ground makes your body hoard fat as protection. Walking convinces your body it's safe to let the fat go. We're trading burning calories for balancing hormones. So, what do? Number 1, the daily non-negotiable. You need 30 to 45 minutes of steady-state walking every single day, preferably outside for the vitamin D. Number 2, strength training. Twice a week, lift heavy things. Muscle is the organ of longevity. It increases your resting metabolic rate, but keep the rest periods long so your heart rate comes down. Number 3, NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Stand while on the phone. Park further away. This burns more calories daily than a gym session. Avoid these common mistakes. Number 1, carrying hand weights. Stop walking with those tiny pink dumbbells. It throws off your gait and risks injury. If you want to lift, lift. If you want to walk, walk. Number 2, thinking it's not enough. You finish a walk and don't feel like you died, so you think it didn't work. Trust the process. Recovery is where the fat burn happens. Number 3, inconsistency. Walking for 2 hours on Sunday does not make up for sitting for 6 days. Frequency beats intensity. After your next meal, go for a 10-minute walk. Just 10 minutes. It blunts the blood sugar spike by up to 30%. Before habit 4, if you found this video helpful, please give a like and leave a comment. Thank you. Now, habit number 4, transdermal therapy, castor and magnesium. Okay, stay with me here. This sounds messy and maybe a little old-fashioned. You're probably thinking, Claudia, rubbing oil on my stomach isn't going to fix my hormones. But this is the missing link that almost everyone ignores because it's not a pill or a diet. Here's the breakdown. Your skin is your largest organ. Menopause belly is often linked to lymphatic stagnation and liver congestion. The liver metabolizes used estrogen. If the liver is sluggish, you recirculate dirty estrogen, which leads to weight gain. Castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, which has a unique molecular weight that penetrates deep into the dermis to stimulate the lymphatic system and liver function. Coupled with magnesium, which 70% of women are deficient in, you are tackling the 2 biggest enemies of fat loss: poor detox pathways and poor sleep. The Journal of Integrative Medicine notes that transdermal magnesium can bypass the digestive system for better absorption, directly aiding in cortisol regulation. Here's the simple truth. Think of your belly fat like a clogged sink. You can stop pouring water in, diet, but if the drain is clogged, lymph or liver, it's still going to overflow. Castor oil is the plumber. How do we do this? 1. The Castor Pack. Get organic, hexane-free castor oil. Put a tablespoon on a wool or cotton flannel, cloth it over your liver, right side under the rib cage, and belly. Put a hot water bottle on top. Do this for 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. 2. Magnesium spray. Before bed, spray magnesium oil on the bottoms of your feet or your stomach. It's going to tingle, that's normal. It calms the nervous system instantly. 3. Lymphatic massage. While applying the oil, use your hands to massage in a clockwise motion. This mimics the path of your colon and aid digestion. Common mistakes. 1. Using cheap oil. If it's not organic and in a glass bottle, you're just absorbing more plastic toxins. 2. Doing it during menses. If you are still cycling, don't use castor oil packs during your heavy flow days, as it increases circulation and can make flow heavier. 3. Giving up too soon. This is a gentle therapy. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to notice the de-bloating effect. Tonight, rub magnesium oil or a heavy magnesium lotion on your feet and put socks on before bed. You will sleep deeper, and deep sleep is when belly fat is burned. Habit number 3, protein pacing, the sarcopenia defense. Listen, I love you, but a salad is not a meal, and a piece of toast with coffee is definitely not a meal. I see so many women over 40 starving themselves, eating like birds, thinking less food equals less fat. In reality, you're eating your own muscle tissue. Here's the simple science. Menopause accelerates sarcopenia, muscle loss. Muscle is metabolically expensive tissue. It burns calories just by existing. When you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down. To keep muscle, you need to hit the leucine threshold. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that older adults need more protein per meal to stimulate muscle protein synthesis than younger people. If you eat 10 grams here and 10 grams there, you never flip the switch to build muscle. You just stay in a catabolic or breakdown state. What this means is you need to eat more of the right stuff to shrink. If you undereat protein, your body lowers your thermostat. We need to turn the heat up. protein is also the most satiating nutrient. It kills cravings dead. Actionable steps? 1. The 30-gram rule. Every main meal must have a minimum of 30 grams of high-quality protein. That's a palm and a half size of chicken, fish, or beef. 2. Front-load the day. Your first meal is critical. Do not start the day with just carbs. Start with eggs, Greek yogurt, or a shake. This sets your blood sugar for the next 12 hours. 3. Prioritize real food. Powders are okay in a pinch, but chewing real meat signals satiety hormones to the brain better than drinking liquid. Common mistakes? 1. Counting collagen. Collagen is great for hair and skin, but it is not a complete protein for muscle building. Don't count it toward your 30 grams. 2. Relying on nuts. Nuts are a fat source, not a protein source. To get 30 grams of protein from almonds, you'd have to eat 1,000 calories of them. 3. The dinner-only strategy. You can't cram all your protein into one meal at night. Your body can't process it all at once for muscle synthesis. Pace it out. Check your breakfast for tomorrow. Does it have 30 grams of protein? If it's oatmeal, add egg whites or protein powder to it. Fix breakfast, fix your metabolism. Habit number 2, the insulin window, circadian fasting. You're likely snacking at night because you heard somewhere that eating frequently keeps the metabolism fire burning. That is outdated advice from the 90s bodybuilder era. For a menopausal woman, eating late is basically injecting fat directly into your midsection. Here's how it works. Your pancreas isn't designed to work 24/7. Melatonin, sleep hormone, and insulin, storage hormone, are enemies. When melatonin rises in the evening, your pancreas goes to sleep. A study from the Obesity Journal found that eating late in the evening resulted in significantly less weight loss and higher glucose levels compared to eating the same calories earlier in the day. If you eat when your body expects to sleep, you force the body to store that energy as visceral fat because it cannot metabolize it effectively. Plain English, the kitchen has hours of operation. When the sun goes down, the kitchen closes. If you put food in a closed kitchen, it just piles up as trash, fat, in the hallway, your belly. How do we do this? 1. The 12-hour reset. Start simple. 12 hours eating, 12 hours fasting. If you finish dinner at 7 p.m., you don't eat until 7 a.m. 2. The 3-hour gap. Finish your last bite of food at least 3 hours before you intend to sleep. This allows insulin levels to drop, so growth hormone, which burns fat, can rise while you sleep. 3. Hydrate, don't eat. In the evening, if you feel hungry, it's usually boredom or thirst. Drink herbal tea. Common mistakes. 1. The keto snacks at night. It's just cheese, it has no carbs. It doesn't matter, it's energy. Digestion requires energy and raises body temperature, disrupting sleep. 2. The wine trap. Alcohol stops fat burning for up to 24 hours. Drinking wine at night is the fastest way to keep menopause belly. 3. Starting too aggressive. Don't try to do OMAD, one meal a day, immediately. You'll crash your cortisol. Start with the 12-hour window. Here's your quick win, do this. Set an alarm on your phone for 7 p.m. tonight. Label it kitchen closed. When it goes off, brush your teeth immediately. Minty flavor signals eating is done. Habit number 1, the 30-day gut reset, the nuclear option. I know you want a magic pill. I know you want me to say, take this supplement, but I told you I would give you the truth. You cannot out-supplement a diet that is inflaming your gut. You're probably eating foods that you've eaten your whole life, thinking they're fine, but in menopause, your tolerance has hit 0. Here's the simple science. The estrobolome is a collection of bacteria in the gut capable of metabolizing and modulating the body's circulating estrogen. If your gut microbiome is unhealthy, dysbiosis, an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase reactivates estrogen that was supposed to be excreted, sending it back into your bloodstream. This creates estrogen dominance, which packs fat onto the belly. Furthermore, gluten and A1 dairy can trigger zonulin release, causing leaky gut or intestinal permeability. This leads to systemic inflammation. According to the Journal of Women's Health, systemic inflammation is a primary driver of abdominal obesity in postmenopausal women. What this means, your gut is either helping you eliminate hormones or recycling them to make you fat. Most of us are eating foods that poke holes in our gut lining. You need to give your gut a vacation so it can seal up the holes. Actionable steps for the 30-day reset. Number 1, the elimination. For 30 days strictly, you remove the big 3: gluten, dairy, cow's milk, and added sugar. Yes, also alcohol. Number 2, the replacement. You don't just remove, you crowd out. Fill the void with fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi and prebiotic fibers like asparagus and dandelion greens, onions, to feed the good bacteria. Number 3, the reintroduction. After 30 days, introduce them back one at a time, 3 days apart. Watch your belly. If you bloat, that food is not for you anymore. Avoid these common mistakes. Number 1, the cheater's mentality. I'll just have a little bit on the weekend. No, it takes weeks for the gut lining to heal. One cheat resets the inflammation clock. Number 2, ignoring hidden ingredients. Soy sauce has gluten. Salad dressings have sugar. You have to read labels like a detective. Number 3, not eating enough fat. When you cut sugar and gluten, you lose energy sources. You must increase healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, or you will be miserable. Here's your quick win. Go to your pantry right now. Find the one trigger food you know you can't stop eating. The crackers, the cookies, the cereal. Throw it in the trash. Not the donation pile, the trash. Pour water on it so you can't fish it out. Commit to day 1. I know that was a lot, and I know habit number 1 sounds intimidating, but let me ask you, how much longer do you want to fight your own body? These 7 habits aren't just about shrinking your waistline. They're about getting your energy back, getting your brain back, and stopping the war against menopause. Look at Grace now. Does she look bulky to you? No, she looks strong, sculpted, and feminine. She traded the endless cardio for smart strength training. She told me she feels stronger now at 50 than she did at 30. Click this video if you want to learn 5 exercises that can burn maximum calories with minimum effort during menopause. You have to watch this. And if you find this video valuable, please give a like. By doing this, YouTube will show this video to more women who might benefit from it, allowing you to help others as well. Thank you.